everybody. My name is Stephen Knight with Prize Fest, and I am so excited to be here with you today to speak to one of our top 20 filmmakers about their experience with their film, and of course, to get you excited about Prize Fest 2021. Remember, now our festival is vaccination required or proof of negative COVID test within 72 hours of attending. Whether you want to join us the first weekend, September 24th through the 25th, or the second weekend, September 30th through October 2nd, that will be required for all attendees. And you can get tickets, of course, at prizefest.com for film, food, music, all that goodness. But now, for the moment you've been waiting for, let's bring up Alexander Jeffery, Director of House Sitters. Alex, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for doing this, Stephen. This is awesome.
Perfect. So, Alex, if you're ready, I'm going to get underway with the interview questions.
Stephen, I've been waiting all day. I'm so excited for these questions.
I know you are, Alex. So, let's talk about your film. Give us some high points, but no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers is kind of tough with this one. So this film is about two house sitters that end up having sort of a territorial battle when they realize that they're both scheduled to house sit for the same house. And apart from that, I can't really say anything without spoiling too much. But it's a comedy. It's a bit of a romantic comedy. Very kind of silly and quirky. Pretty short. We've got it under the 15-minute time requirement. I think it's about 13 and a half minutes right now. It might be a little shorter by the time we get to our final submission. And it's just something, we just wanted to make something that people would have fun watching. It's been a very serious, 2 years as far as like COVID and the pandemic. And our hope is that people watch this and it just kind of lightens their mood for a few minutes.
I really love that a lot. And, it's funny because I'm guessing that you probably weren't a babysitter as one of your side jobs growing up. So I'm wondering what inspired this idea? How did you come up with it? And what inspires you as a filmmaker?
Yeah, Paul and I were both kind of trying to come up with something. We made a film last year called Double Date Night for Film Prize that our friend Ben wrote. And it was something that we could do ourselves very simply, and have a lot of fun while making it. So we're kind of trying to find something else that we could do in a similar vein this year. And we didn't really we already made one sequel to Double Date Night. We kind of figured it would be pretty expected to make another one. And so we wanted to come up with something original that we could do kind of in a similar vein where, very small crew, something that we could make pretty quickly and something that would be a lot of fun for us, both on set and in the editing process. I didn't really do much babysitting growing up. I did a little bit, but in recent years, my fiance and I've been doing some house sitting for people in El Dorado. And so that idea kind of triggered me and I was like, I think you could maybe do something kind of fun and weird with house sitting. And there was these pretzels that we really liked at one place that we always did some house sitting for. And so that kind of became a thematic element. I was just kind of stewing on it one morning in bed and I kind of came up with the whole plot and I wrote a rough draft and I sent it to Paul. And that's kind of how we work together is one of us will come up with something, write a rough draft, bounce it to the other person, and then it keeps bouncing back and forth until we run out of time and we have to film it. And that was par for the course this year.
Well, I love that you made it right up to the wire, but I'm sure it's going to be an excellent production. And speaking of the work, what was it like to film this time around? What was the experience like?
Oh, it was so fun. Our friends, Stephanie and Colton Kyle, gave us full access to their house for 2 days as the main house in the movie. We had an awesome crew with pretty much all Shreveport locals. The only person that came in from out of town was Rachel Emerson. She came in, she made a film for the Film Prize a few years ago called Maven Voyage, and she ended up winning Best Actress for that. And she and Paul and I have been working together for years and years and years. And so we brought her out from LA to be Paul's co-lead in this film. And it was just a lot of fun. It was very collaborative, very, very creative. We were kind of flying by the seat of our pants, as I kind of said earlier. We're down to the wire for sure, getting this thing made. And so it was like everybody was wearing multiple hats. Colby, who edited the film, was also recording the sound one of the days, and everybody was just doing everything. And those are the kind of sets that I really enjoy because it feels like making movies in college again. where there wasn't a right way to do it. It was just like, we have to get this thing done. It's kind of like a 48-hour film festival in a way. It's like all hands on deck, make this thing, have a blast doing it. And that's really what the environment was like. Oh, I think you're muted, Steven. Sorry.
Well, I'm back. Thank you. Now I'm muted and you can see me, or unmuted, so you can see me now. So that actually brings me to my next question, which I'm very excited to ask you. You've been with us for quite a long time for the Film Prize, but what continues to draw you to the festival to create content for it?
That's a great question. I mean, I can say that like every single year, I'm just blown away by what the festival does. And as a short, like, you know, Paul and we're kind of into the world of feature filmmaking now, and that's a totally different experience than short filmmaking, and the festival runs totally different. But what the Film Prize does for short filmmakers is it gives them that sort of real festival experience that feature filmmakers get at other festivals. And so it's like they really put all this energy and attention into these people who've taken the time to come make a movie in Louisiana. And I just think it's one of the best festival experiences that you can have as a short filmmaker. And you know, we're just kind of drawn to it. You know, we've been involved in some way ever since Mr. Bellamy. We've made some of our own shorts. We've helped other people out years that we didn't have anything in the festival, and we always just love coming and, you know, drinking tequila with Gregory and just seeing Shreveport come alive for that weekend. And you know, this year it's gonna be 2 weekends, but man, nothing makes me happier than seeing Texas Street just like bustling and like, you know, everybody out celebrating movies. And I mean, I love movies, so what better way to spend a weekend?
Well, you know, I want to kind of go back to what you were referring to earlier, you know, working to the wire to get this thing done. You referred to it as kind of like a 48-hour film festival for you guys and the process you go through. But what was it like getting the film turned in, you know, on the night of the announcement? Did you kind of have a feeling you might get in? And when your name was announced, how did that feel?
I'll be perfectly honest. I didn't know. I didn't have any feelings this year whether or not we would or wouldn't get in. I obviously hoped that we would, but you know, I also knew that we were rushing to get something done, and I was worried that it was polished enough and ready enough because you know, as the audience probably knows that's watching this, that's a rough cut submission for that first round of Film Prize, and so it's like it's always this game of like, how rough can the movie actually be and still make it in the top 20. But you know, it was funny because right after we finished filming, I had planned to go to on vacation with my fiance, which is actually where I ended up proposing to her. And while I was there, I'm watching edits that Colby's sending me, you know, in the evenings, like whenever I could get to a computer, and sending notes. And so it was just this. It was really, I mean, it really was kind of fun in that way, like that I had something to be so excited about, that kept me at work even while on vacation. And yeah, and then actually we were in Nebraska filming a feature musical for my alma mater when the top 20 announcement happened. So we were all watching it virtually in the basement, and we were really excited when our name got called, and Colby and Ambrosia were there in person to accept on our behalf. But man, it was a good feeling. It really was.
You know, there's nothing like accepting an award in the basement of a university. It's just really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I hope that you carry that with you forever.
I finally got to see it for the first time today.
Oh, yes, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Look at you all official now.
Yeah.
So actually, this is your chance to speak to the audience on the other side of your screen.
Yeah.
If you could make any sort of plea you'd like for them to vote for your film, tell them why.
You know, I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but like, I honestly, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. I honestly don't have a preference what film you vote for. I just really hope that people take the opportunity to either get that COVID test, get vaccinated, come to festival, come support these top 20 filmmakers. I know that like making a film during an ongoing pandemic is tough. And the fact that there was all these films to choose from for the Film Prize and put on an awesome festival, I just hope people come see the movies. If you happen to laugh at mine, if you happen to have your spirits lifted by mine and you want to put it on the ballot in one of those slots, that's awesome. But that's not why we made it. We just made it to get people laughing and to have a good time and to go to the festival and have a good time as filmmakers.
Not you winning the vote of the people who haven't decided yet. That's actually really awesome. And I have one more question for you, and I have to do it. The moment comes where Gregory's up on the stage and he's getting ready to announce the winner overall for the festival. What would that moment feel like for you if you were announced, and what would you do with the $25,000?
If that moment, I mean, obviously we'd be very excited and very happy. I would probably not believe it. I'd be like, Gregory's pulling a prank on us. This isn't real. And I think with that $25,000, if we're the lucky name called, we would be sharing that with our amazing cast and crew that helped us throw this thing together at the last minute. We'd put it into making more movies in Shreveport, which is what we've continued to do and love doing. So, I mean, it would just get reinvested right back into more filmmaking in Shreveport.
Well, that was quite a golden answer. You've done a great job with the interview today, Alex. I want to give you one more chance to say hello and goodbye to the audience today before I take us out.
Hello, audience. Thank you so much for watching this. I really, really hope to see you at Prize Fest in person this year. I will be the guy with the mustache drinking the tequila. Come say hi to me. I hope you enjoy the movie. And thanks so much for watching.
All right, everyone. I want to say thank you again to Alexander Jeffery, the director of House Sitters. Remember that the festival will be ongoing September 24th through the 25th and September 30th through October 2nd. Of course, it is important to impress upon you that we are now a vaccination required festival and or a negative COVID test within 72 hours of attending. So make sure you get out there and do your part to help make the community healthy and safe. And of course, you can get tickets at prizefest.com. That is PRIZEFEST.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next interview.